Am I the asshole for telling my daughter, who is facing homelessness, that only her and the baby can move in with me, not her husband? My daughter and her husband have lived in their apartment for a number of years. The owners recently sold it, and the new owners are moving in, so my daughter and her husband have to move. The problem is, rents have gone up dramatically. They're currently paying $1,100 a month for a one-bedroom, which I thought was a lot, but now that I'm trying to help them find a place, most are now going for around $2,000 a month or more. They can't afford this. My daughter knows she's always welcome at my home. Granted, a baby complicates things. I wasn't happy about her having a baby. She's young. She just turned 22, but I would never deny her housing. However, I can't stand her husband. Let's just call him Aaron. I wouldn't invite Aaron over for dinner, let alone let him live with me. Aaron is in his mid-30s, has a criminal history and a hair-trigger temper, chronically immature, and has one hell of a jealous, possessive streak that has caused a strain on their relationship, which I obviously do not approve of. Honestly, when she told me she was pregnant, I finally thought we'd be rid of Aaron. I genuinely thought he's exactly the kind of man to ditch. They've been on again, off again since she was about 18 or 19. If anything, this made him cling to her tighter. They had a very rushed wedding, and this has been their longest stint together without any breakup, just over a year. They've still had their fair share of dramatics, of course, but I'm surprised they've made it this far. Even so, I simply don't want to live with Aaron. I don't like him. I don't want him around me. I go above and beyond for my daughter and the baby. They can stay as long as they need to, but not him. Obviously, this has created a rift between me and my daughter. She doesn't want to live separately from Aaron. I told her then she needs to figure out alternative arrangements, where the move-out date is rapidly approaching on the 18th of December, and they still have not been able to find a place. And she's panicking. She's been begging me to let them stay. I reiterated my terms. Aaron simply cannot stay here. This led to a lot of tears and some angry words, namely me being an asshole. I can genuinely see why she might think that, but I also have to think about myself and my own sanity. So am I the asshole for telling my daughter, who is facing homelessness, that only her and her baby can move in with me, not her husband? Update. I do believe because of my anger and frustration, I exaggerated Aaron's flaws. He does have a temper, yes, but I should not have described it as a hair trigger. I have never thought of him as dangerous, and I have never feared for my daughter's safety or my own. I also described him as jealous and possessive. I do see him as having some of those tendencies, though he has never tried to restrict her movements or isolate her. She's always dealt with a tremendous amount of anxiety, particularly when it comes to social situations. As much as I loathe to admit it, in his regard, he's been a wonderful cheerleader. He could keep her at home where she feels safe and most secure, but he truly does encourage her to go out and be adventurous. As for his criminal record, it's all below the age of 24. He's not been in trouble with the law since. It's still